Hey everyone, welcome back to today's video. So I'm super excited because we are going to be doing a reading vlog in this video. It's going to be like a fall-centered reading vlog. And so I already started, I showed you reading one of the books last week, but I haven't done like an actual intro for it. So that's why you'll see in the clip I'm like in a different outfit. But I wanted to come on here and do like an actual intro so that I can just keep going with everything else. So I wanted to film this video. I just wanted us to be able to hang out together, read some books, and I want to show you the different books that I'm reading, tell you some thoughts throughout the book. I just want to take you along and just do like a cozy little fall reading vlog, basically. So, right now, I am in the middle. Hold on 1 minute. I am actually, not in the middle, towards the end of reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I'm reading this one right now, and it's so cute. It's like the perfect little fall, getting into Halloween book. So I'm loving this one so far. The imagery in this book is really, really good. I really love that about this author. So I cannot wait to wrap up this one, see how it ends. I have an idea on how it might end, but so far this book has really surprised me, so I could be completely wrong. And then I also want, hold on, Okay, I'm back. So I ordered these stickers on Amazon. It's like a pack of 200, I think. Yeah, I got 200 bookish stickers. And so what I wanted to do in this video at some point is decorate my Kindle. So I also got this case for it. And then I plan on, you've all seen it, putting some stickers back here. So we're going to do that together in this video, and it's just going to be a fun bookish video. So if you enjoyed this style of content, meaning talking about books, reviewing books, decorating your Kindles, book hauls, anything bookish that you could think of, make sure you subscribe and like this video so that you don't miss out on any more bookish content that I may come out with. I am also going to vlog a little bit more, in my daily life and whatnot. It was a weird month last month in September, but we are back. We are full steam ahead of getting our life back on track, and so we're going to film. But yeah, so if you enjoy watching me, just stick around. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff. So, thank you as always for watching, and let's get into the reading vlog. Cutie girl Mocha wants to say hi. Hello. Yeah. Hi. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Say hi. Hey everyone. I'm just hanging with Mom while she reads. Yeah? You're my best reading girl. You are. You're my best reading girl. Oh. Hey, come here. Come here. No. Oh, now you're being all cute? Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh. LOL. So, I've been reading this book, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilroy. So cute. This is the second book in the series from the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. And it's about Hazel and Noah. And it's so cute. It's so just relatable And it honestly reminds me a lot of like how Bryce and I started, and not so much the way Noah is trying to get her attention, but just the little things that Noah does to show her that he cares about her and stuff. And I swear I'm reading about myself. I feel like I'm literally Hazel in this situation. And so it's really funny to see the similarities in, myself throughout this book. But it's been such a fun read, such a fun escape being in Dream Harbor. And I just really wish Dream Harbor was real at this point, because I would move there tomorrow. So I'm so excited to keep going on this. I'm on chapter 27 right now. So let's go find out what happens. Mocha. Yeah, this ending was so good. They're gonna get married. Oh my gosh, this book. It was so cute. It was so cute. I can't even. It's sickening how cute it was. Yeah. The author is so good at just describing the setting and the scene and the feeling that you get from the scene that you're reading about. It's just so good. And I love this series so much. And I flew through this book way too fast. But I even separated it out. I think Hazel and Noah might be my favorite so far. I mean, yes, Jeannie and Logan were cute, but there's just something about that. This story right here has like a little place in my heart forever now. It's so cute. It's so cute. And it was so realistic too, reading the whole thing. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything unrealistic when it comes to how relationships develop and how they form and how they get to where they end up. It just, everything felt so realistic and relatable. And I love that book more than the Pumpkin Spice, in my honest opinion. So yeah, it was so cute. I cannot wait to see the next one. Actually, what is the next one in the series? I feel like hold on. Oh, okay. So the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. Ooh. Okay, so that's the next one. Okay. Yeah. Very cool. Who is it about, I wonder? Archer. Archer? Was there an Archer? I don't believe so. Huh, okay. So I guess it's just next installment. How cute! Okay, so let me go on Amazon. and order it. No, but this book was so cute. And you need to read it this fall because it's the perfect fall romance, and it's just if you love books and you love romance, and if you can relate to being a book girly, you're gonna love this. So definitely, sorry, there was like hair on here. Definitely go read this because it's incredible. I loved every single bit of this book. I want to reread it again, and I'm literally just finished. It was so cute. Okay, bye. Alright, so Bryce is here. Hello. We just got done with work, and now I'm going to finish reading this book, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This has been such a cute, fun little book, and it's been a very fast read, I would say. Not a whole lot of substance, but it's cute enough to where it makes up for it. So I can't wait to see how it ends. I think I know how it's gonna end, but let's finish it and see how it does end. So let's begin. Also, how cute is this little sticker? I got it in the pack. It's so cute. It says, reading in progress, do not disturb. And it's my new little bookmark. And I love it. I'm gonna finish the book now. Okay, hello, hi. You're on my table right here. But it's the next morning after reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I finished this last night, as you saw, and I have so many thoughts to say about this book. Number one, my favorite thing about this book is how the author kept it more focused on being a witch and what life is like having to live differently than everyone else. And that really touched home with me because of my situation and who I am, just like, as a person. And some of the things that you just always think about when you're different, and it may not come across to other people, as being different, but when it is yourself, just like the author said, like when she was talking about Mika feeling different and stuff like that because she's a witch, everything that, like all the feelings that Mika felt and everything like that just really hit home with me. And so I really kind of related to this book in a way and the character Mika. But there was one line, I want to see if I can find it, but let me see. It's such a good line, and I wanted to see if I could find it because I feel like it perfectly describes just how Mika was feeling all throughout the book. But anyway, I'll see if I can find it. But overall, I love this book. The other thing that I really appreciated about this book is, yes, there was like an underlying of a romantic plot going on between Mika and Jamie, who was the librarian at the Nowhere House. But I love that it. Look at Mocha. She's like staring at me. Yes. Like, I don't know if you guys can see how big her eyes are. Anyway, I love that there was an underlying romance plot going on the whole time, but it was never like super deep dived into, and there weren't really any spicy scenes. There was one, and honestly it wasn't even that spicy at all. But what I appreciated that about this book, because the author would always focus on the wish aspect and helping and tutoring the 3 little girl witches and being with her newfound family at the Nowhere House. And so I loved how it was so family focused, so like welcoming and inviting to those who are different. It was just such a good book, and I loved how descriptive the author made the magic in this book. It made me wanting to be a witch, honestly. Like, I want to be able to make my own little spells and potions and be able to help people with those spells and potions. And it made me laugh throughout the entire book. The way the characters all like interacted together, and the little girl, there were 3 little girls who Mika was tutoring and training helped to. There were 3 little girls that Mika was in charge of helping them with learning how to control their magic and training them in how to use their magic appropriately. And it was so cute seeing the little girl interact with Mika and watching their character development, because in the beginning, they were very hesitant because somebody new was coming into their house, right? And so they didn't trust her, they didn't like her. But by the end of it, it was so cute how they all just became this family, and they couldn't coexist without one another. And then there was a twist at the end that I did not see coming at all. And I don't want to spoil it just because if you're watching this video and you haven't read it, I don't want to ruin it for you. But the twist at the end, I was not expecting whatsoever. But it was the most perfect ending to the book. And it made me so happy finishing the book, because everybody got their happy ending. and everybody got to move on together, and that's all I'll say. But it was a really cute book. It took me by surprise at how good it was going to be, and I just loved how the author was so descriptive about the location of the nowhere, how she would describe the different spells that Mika would do, and how she named, like, Mika's car, she named it, like, the broomstick, because she's a witch, but it was just a regular car. And so it was just little details like that that just made the book so special. So I really loved this book. I would highly, highly recommend you try and read it before October ends, because I just think this is a must-have book to read in October. And real quick, let me give like a little summary. Basically, Mika is a witch, as I said, and she makes online videos pretending to be a witch. Because when you're a witch, you're not supposed to really talk about it in society because you don't know how other people would react. So you really have to hide it and just kind of become this other persona when you're out in public. And so one way that Mika kind of lets herself be herself is by posting videos online pretending to be a witch. And so she'll show different like potions that she created and different like tea mixtures and all of that. Well, in one of her videos, all the way across England, is this guy, he's an older gentleman named Ian. Well, he watches her video and he instantly sends her a message basically saying like, I know you're a witch, basically. And so he sends her a message asking if she's willing to come to their house, the nowhere house, and he wants her to tutor these 3 little girls that he has. And so she was super hesitant about it, but she felt like she needed to take the opportunity and just go see what it was about. And so she goes, she drives like 4 hours away. She meets Ian, she meets Jamie, who is like this really grumpy man. And then she meets Ken, who's super sweet, and Lucy, who is a housemaid. And then come to find out the house is owned by Lillian. And Lillian is an archaeologist, and she is always off traveling. But over the years, she has taken in all of these people. And so they're kind of like they all come broken, if you will, when they arrive at the nowhere house. And then over time, they just all become a family. Really? And so, fast forward, Mika meets the girl. She, discovers that they all know that she's a witch. And so she agreed to do a 2-week trial and start to kind of learn the girls and see how they all interact. Well, everybody falls in love with Mika because she's so sweet, she's so kind, and so they have her come on full time. And she's actually looking for a new place anyway, so it was perfect because it was a live-in job. And so she moves in and she starts training the girls, and it's super cute interactions and the way it's described. And one of the girls, Altamaria, I believe her name is. Let me see, hold on. I know it is Altamaria, but I want to make sure I say the name right. Altamira. She is so funny. The way the author has created this character, she was cracking me up the whole time. She's like this little 7-year-old, and the mouth that she has on her is so funny. But anyway, so you get to see all of them start to bond and, really learn from each other and all that. And then basically a secret comes out that they kept from Mika from the very beginning. And Mika's feelings get very hurt because it occurs to her that they never did trust her, even though she proved herself to be very trustworthy, very helpful, very kind, all that. And so she leaves. And oh wait, I didn't even tell you the reason why they had Mika come in to train the girl and help control their magic was because Lillian's executor basically over the estate was coming at the day after Christmas on December 26th, and none of them wanted Edward to know that the girls were witches and that they had magic. And so Mika was there to help control the magic, help them learn how to control it. So when he did come to observe the estate and make sure everything was okay, the girls wouldn't be showing off their magic and raise major alarm bells. So that's why Mika was there to begin with. And so anyway, a secret becomes revealed. Mika's very upset. She goes back to her house in England, 4 hours away. And then on Christmas Day, Jamie, who she'd been developing feelings for, and they've slowly been in a little romantic plot line, if you will. He shows up at her door and he explains everything, why they didn't tell her. And he said the window is always open for you to come back if you want. And that was so sweet to me. But anyway, so fast forward, she decides to go back. She said that she's gonna help them with Edward's visit. And then basically the story, kind of wraps up. She helped them, a plot twist comes, and then it ends with them just being a real big happy family. And so it was such a sweet little book, and so many happy moments and funny moments, and just a really lighthearted read for the beginning of October. So yeah, I really loved reading that book, and I really think you guys should check it out because it's so cute. But now, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm coming over here because the time has come where we are going to read If It Makes You Happy. I can't wait. I literally last night, I wanted to start this book so bad, but I was like, no, I need to wait for the vlog. I need to read it on the vlog. But I am so excited. So we are starting this book today, and I cannot wait. How, just look at the cover of this book. Does it not just make you so happy and want to just throw on the biggest cardigan ever with the biggest cup of warm coffee? I love it. So, yes, I'm very, very excited to start this book, and I cannot wait. Let me ask you something. You know when they put the playlist and all the different songs that go with the book, if you will, do you actually ever listen to those? Because I gotta be honest, I don't. But I'm curious to know if you guys do. So, but I mean, I guess that's a good idea. If you're someone who can listen to music simultaneously while reading and not get distracted, I feel like that would be super fun to do. But I'm not like that. I need everything to be super quiet so that I could focus on the book, or else I'm like, what? Huh? What? So I wish I could be like that, and I wish I could use the playlist, but I cannot. So anyway, but okay, let's go start this book. Enough rambling. I'm super excited. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Da 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 da. Alright. Oh, look how cute. Look how cute, like the little cover page right here. Oh, the little leaves. Autumn of 1997, baby, and let's go. That would have put me in my mom's stomach, though. Alright, here we go. Morning, hello, it's the new morning, and I have been reading this book right here, If It Makes You Happy. I'm not too far in, but so far I'm really enjoying the beginning of this book. It is unique in the sense that I feel like typically romances, the guy is like the grumpy character, you know, and the woman is more friendly and happy and, you know, more outgoing. In this book, the main male character, he's a dad of two girls. He's divorced, but he's super upbeat, super positive, super happy, you know, super charming. And the girl, which Michelle is her name, her mom recently died. Well, like suddenly, recently died. She's also recently divorced from her husband, and she has come to Vermont to help out with her mom and dad's business, which is a bed and breakfast inn. And so her dad, has really been taking the loss of his wife hard. And so she has stepped up until her little sister graduates college to take care of the inn for like 4 months or so. Because she came in September and she's staying till December. So right now we're still in the beginning, but Cliff, who is the main male character, he invited Michelle to dinner on the very first night that she was in town and they had dinner at his house with the two girls. And it was so funny, 'cause the whole time, like, he was super positive and upbeat and happy, and she was just like very strict, very square, you know, not saying a lot, not showing a lot of emotion or anything really. So it was very interesting reading it from that storyline of like the female being the grumpy character, if you will. But it's cute. It's a cute book so far, and I think it's only going to get better as we learn more about Michelle and why she is the way she is. And I hope in the end they like blend very well and, you know, it ends up working out. But I don't know. At this point, Cliff is going to have to work very hard at getting her to loosen up if he wants anything to do with her. So that's where we're at so far. But it's super cute, super warm and cozy, and I'm enjoying it so far. So let's keep going on it. What chapter am I even on? I think, yeah, I'm on chapter 4 right now. Chapter 5 is coming up, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading it, find out what happens. I do hope, like, as we progress throughout the story, I hope that she softens when it comes to the little girl, Brittany, because Cliff has 2 daughters. He has like a 15 or 16-year-old named Emily, and then like a 6-year-old named Brittany. So I hope like Michelle softens the more that she's around the girls and, becomes a little more friendly. Because in the beginning, she doesn't seem all that friendly towards them. So I'm really hoping for that. Because that would make it or break it for Cliff, I feel like. So I hope we get to see that character progression throughout the book. The cutest character progression to me is Brittany, the little 6-year-old, and the dog Rocket, who is Michelle's ex-dog. Their little character progression is the cutest thing ever. That's like my favorite part right now. The dog is like so attached to Brittany. It's adorable. I'm almost done with Iron Flame. Oh, I'm like almost done. I've been reading all morning, and so much has happened in 8%. I can't even like comprehend it fully. But we're getting to like a really intense part right now. What just happened? Like, actually, though, what just happened? That's insane. He became Bennett, Dark Wielder. gosh, you guys. That was insane. Yeah, I don't blame you. You guys, that ending, like, so much happened in the last 10% of the book. I just can't even believe it. Like, this was such a good book. I'm obsessed with this series, you guys. It just keeps getting better and better. And if you haven't read like Fourth Wing yet, or this whole series is just so good. Basically, they just continue to, I don't even know, like, you would have to read the first one to understand this one, but just do yourself a favor and go, if you haven't read Fourth Wing, go read Fourth Wing, and then just continue the series, because this is so good. Wow. That is so crazy how it ended. I just, like, never saw that coming. Like, you want to talk about the biggest plot twist, I think, ever that I've read so far? That, right there. And now I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen next. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Wow. That was incredible. Like, I'm gonna be thinking about this all day long. And it's only 7:15 in the morning. Man. Alright, well, I'm gonna go process what just happened, and then I will come back and see you guys a little later. That was so crazy. Please go read Fourth Wing. If you do anything after watching this video, go start Fourth Wing and just carry yourself through the whole series. It's so good. Alright, that's my PSA for now. Bye. Good morning. Okay, so today is Sunday, so I haven't filmed, I think, since like Thursday or Friday, I think. I know I left off reading this book right here. Hold on. If it makes you happy, and I finished it yesterday, and let me tell you, it made me happy. But no, it was a super cute, light read. I love the characters in both of these. I just woke up, so please excuse my brain. But I love the characters in both of these books, and I love the characters in this book. Wow. I thought the storyline was very simple but very sweet. But I really appreciated that because the book was set in 1997. And in my opinion, 1997 and the 90s, I feel like were a much simpler time than what we're living in now. And so I think the whole storyline fit the setting so perfectly. The year and every year that they were in, because it went from like 1997 and then 98 and then stopped there. So I mean, I just think the whole setting of the fall time in 97 was so perfect. I loved how Cliff was the happy-go-lucky character, and Michelle was the one who was kind of like grumpy, serious. You know, she had major walls that she had put up. And real quick, a quick summary is both of them are recently divorced. Michelle recently lost her mom, and she is in town in Vermont to take over the inn that her mom owned and ran when she was alive. And so like the story kind of follows these two getting to know each other, meeting. Michelle, because of her past relationship, she had very high walls. She was very serious. It was not a good relationship that she was in previously. And so Cliff, while he is a breath of fresh air, he's also just coming across as like super nosy, super annoying, super just intense. And Cliff is recently divorced. He had two girls, a 16-year-old named Emily, and a 15-year-old named Emily, and then Brittany, who's 6. And his ex-wife has went to New York to chase her dream because they got pregnant with Emily when they were 16 years old. And so it kind of follows that storyline of, you know, him being recently divorced, struggling to grow in his bakery that he owned, and then also like dealing with everything that comes with a divorce and all that. So the story was really good. Over time, Cliff, you know, broke down her walls. He really took the time to understand Michelle and learn her. And I thought that was super sweet. And then Michelle instantly, like, you know, took care of the girls and would help the girls with their after school homework. And, you know, Emily was in her first relationship with a guy, and so she would help her kind of navigate some things with that and the tension between Cliff and Emily because she was dating someone. Michelle kind of helped navigate all those different things. And so Michelle was only supposed to be there for 4 months, and then after the new year she was going to go back to Seattle because she has a big advertising, you know, position, and she didn't want to leave it. She was just filling in for the inn while her sister, who was 19, graduated art school. So that's kind of the background of the whole book, I think. And her dad is in the picture. Birdie's husband is in the picture. Birdie's the mom, by the way. Birdie's husband, Michelle's dad, he's in the picture, but he's a widow. He's very sad. He's trying to recover from losing his wife. So you don't really hear a whole lot about him. You just kind of see his forward progression over the 4 months that the book covers. So anyway, it's a really cute, fun family book. It was super happy. It really, I felt, showed the, what am I trying to say? Like, you know how you begin a relationship and then there's kids, and the kids meet the partner, and then they either like them or they don't. And if they do like them, they just kind of flow seamlessly. And then if they don't, there's that whole thing. With this book, it was so good because the girls loved Michelle. Michelle loved the girl. Cliff loved Michelle. Michelle liked Cliff. And it took a while for Cliff and Michelle to kind of take that deep dive, and go into a relationship. And rightfully so, both of them were both hesitant for two reasons. One, both recently divorced, but two, Michelle was only there temporarily, and so Cliff didn't want his girl to get too attached to Michelle, knowing that she was gonna end up leaving anyway. And so they really didn't know like how to navigate their feelings for a good like half of the book, I would say. And so then anyway, Michelle set her sister up on a date with Cliff because she knew she was leaving. But the whole time throughout the date, Cliff talked about Michelle. And so it was a fine date for Sarah, who was Michelle's sister, but she came home and told Michelle, and she was like, he really likes you. And like, he talked about you the whole time on our date. And anyway, so that kind of told Michelle something, and then Sarah just kind of pushed her and said, like, you don't have to be so serious all the time, and you can go after what you want, and like you can take that jump off the deep end, if you will, like jump off the cliff. No pun intended, but and so she did. She told him how she felt. He told her, and then from there they just kind of continued to go on through life, with the understanding though that Michelle was gonna go back to Seattle, but they would figure it out. Well, then the day comes where they're going back to the airport to drop her off, Cliff and Michelle. Cliff is about to drop her off at the airport. He's sad. That part like tore me apart because I've done that so many times just throughout my life because of different family situations. So the whole time I was like, but the author did a good job at like describing like the feeling that you feel of saying goodbye to someone at the airport. But anyway, so we dropped off. She's sad, he's sad. He goes to leave. He's like driving down the road, and he realizes, that he needs to turn around and really, really tell her how he feels. At the same time, Michelle is at the airport. She finds a note in her excuse me. She finds a note in her purse from her mom that her mom had written before she passed. Well, she reads it, and it's basically about, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to start something new. It's okay that it may not make sense and it may not be all figured out, in the moment. Some things are meant to be imperfect, but you're supposed to go for them. And so she kind of reads that, and she realizes, like she didn't want to leave, all that. And then fast forward, she's literally about to board her flight, and Cliff goes running through the airport with security following behind him. And then, he tells her that he doesn't want to live without her. He wants her to stay. He asked her if she really wanted to go because life is so set up like so well for them right now. And so basically the book ends and she, confesses that she doesn't want to go, but feels like she has to, but she's, gonna take the leap of faith and just stay in Vermont with them. And so it was really cute because he says, okay, well, like, if you're not gonna go, then let's go home. Let me take you home. And that was so cute. And then the story ends with them celebrating New Year's Eve together and the whole family together, and it's just such a cute book, and I loved everything about it, and it made me very happy. So the title definitely withstood everything, and it was such a quick read too. I mean, yes, it was like 500 pages, but like I got through this really fast. So I love the author's writing style, and it was very easy to follow. There was a lot of comedy in this book. I found myself laughing a lot throughout it, so I think I would give this a 4.5, I would say. It was really cute, really funny, really simple, like I said, but it was a good one. It was a good one. And again, the spice scenes in this book too were not over the top at all. Like, yeah, they did things, but it was very simple with how the author incorporated it in the book, which I really enjoyed. She really focused more around family and growing the relationship and, just figuring out life after a death and grieving it and all that. So, and also a divorce too, and kind of, not necessarily grieving it, but learning how to move on and how to move forward and how to continue to raise kids and all that. So I thought it was a very, very good book. So go read it before fall is over, because it just really put me in the fall spirit. So yes, that is my review on that. And then last night, when you guys were playing video games, I did something so fun. I decorated my Kindle. I did film it, so I'll show you like a quick rerun, if you will. But, yes. Here are the stickers. I love that one with the cat and the ghost. Oh, it's so cute. I love it so much, and I wanted it to be like skull theme and like fall color and fall theme to the like October. So I did like the sleeping cat, kind of like a fortune teller thing, and then just a good ice cream cone, skull, and then just a cute sticker I thought was cute. So I love that. Oh, and then I'm reading this book right here, the Fall I Want. So I just downloaded this on Kindle Unlimited. But yeah, so I think, oh no. Yeah, I didn't mean that. Okay. There. Okay. So yeah, so that is it for right now. Alright, so I just wrapped up editing this video right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just end it. I did start a new book, and it is the Shady Hollow series right here. Let me show you. Hold on. Here we go. Shady Hollow. So I started this one. So far, I am obsessed with it. It's so cute. It's all about like talking animals and like a whole little town of animals who are investigating a murder that happened. So far I'm loving it. I will give an update in my next video. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you if you're still here at this point. So far it's like an hour and 6 minutes long, so if you made it this far, thank you. You're a real one. And I hope you guys are enjoying these reading vlogs. They're so fun for me to make and for me to share with you guys, because it feels like we're hanging out reading together, and I love that. So if you enjoy book content, book vlogs, book everything related, then make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that I know to keep producing these kinds of videos. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you again for all the love and support. Let me know down below what you are reading right now, how are you liking it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!